It's locked. Good evening.
Always
A colleague?
Not anymore.
What do you mean?
No, sir.
Are you afraid?
Why should I?
Sir. How did you get...
After I left the...
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy.
Why do you...
Because these poor fellow...
Why close the...
It was for sanitary reasons.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
A pawnbroker?
Yes, sir.
Who come...
I'm very...
What kind of...
With the quarantine...
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles...
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing.
Yes, but the good news is, we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Do you need medical...
I'm feeling...
Please show me one.
Of course.
Good evening.
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts.
I suppose that this pain is the reason.
Yes,
Could you at least tell me
Mortimer.
how painful is your...
So painful, I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor...
Not really.
I see.
Yes, maybe.
How...
So painful.
I'll let you get some...
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I...
I will see you... I have to go now, sir. But don't...
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr...
I'm okay.
Tell me about...
I don't want...
Admit it, Mortimer. Your mother had you hospitalized here because you tried to kill yourself.
Yes, it's true.
All right, then. This is the first time we've really shared information about your case. Shall we call this progress?
Call it what you want, Dr. Reed.
You can trust me. I won't report you to the authorities. My one and only concern is your health.
I guess I should thank you then.
Can I help you in any way, Mr. Goswick?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after my death. But I suppose she doesn't have to read it now.
I see. And is this letter still near the place where you tried to take your own life?
Yes. And I don't want anyone reading my last words. I mean, I'm still here. If you bring me back that letter, then perhaps we'll talk.
I have to go now.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Don't waste your time with me.
What can you...
Not much.
Are you...
Yes.
May I...
I'm a...
What do you think?
I have had
Is there something in...
some of the stuff.
Tell me more.
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start.
What do you mean? She charged you?
Yes.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Your son wished to die, Beatrice. Why did you hide such crucial information?
Are you not aware suicide is a crime? Mortimer could be thrown in jail. I can't let that happen. I won't.
I understand you fear the legal consequences, Mrs. Goswick. But don't you realize your silence significantly affects your son's case?
All my son needs is help and comprehension.
Do you require
I have other...
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr.
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. You're
I see.
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want...
Tell me about yourself.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed.
I was more curious about...
I'm a carpenter.
Are you
Well,
I won't...
are you sure?
In other Tell me about the doctors.
Strickland and Aykroyd.
What do you mean?
I often had profession...
Is there anything else?
I'm all right.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children. As for me... What a bloody idiot.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
I will not let you down, my boy. Come now, we can handle this.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed.
Your name has no meaning to me.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling him.
Well,
Do you require my...
I have no need.
And why do you believe you're a
I
vampire?
don't need to believe anything. It is what I am.
Please, describe...
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my...
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal.
I'm assuming...
It's only a cover.
Who are the...
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes.
The staff here on...
I'm not speaking of...
I see.
Thank you, mortal.
Who are you?
Is that not enough?
I'm curious.
Most.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark.
It's locked. It's locked.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
It's locked, all right. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. The flower's dying. It needs water. William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Not now. Please come back later.
plan to stay here until my research is complete. I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. About my thirst for blood. Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor.
I may have a solution.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small...
Yes, Doctor?
Exactly.
It really depends.
Please...
It's the lot
Why?
at the
You're dead...
We stop.
Lack of sleep.
London's trenches.
That's all for now. No...
Yes, Doctor.
That's all for now, Nurse Crane. Thank you.
Not now.
I cannot enter. It's locked. Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. This key will surely grant me access to the basement. It's locked. These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood. Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this. Traces of The chest was a puncture over the signs of internal tippet has. It's locked, all right. Skulls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage. It's locked.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor.
Duty calls?
Many thanks, Doctor. Dr. Reed, may I help you?
What can
Every day
news on...
It seems...
What can you tell me about it?
This hospital was founded to help the East End poor and needy. But
Can you be more specific?
well, veterans, the elderly, dock work.
For how long?
I first volunteered.
And before you...
If you must know,
Well, Dr.
not in an official capacity, but the Pembroke doesn't always work above board, so...
What about medical...
Dr. Reed, we don't have the money and resources here at the Pembroke.
How is the duty...
Everybody works in...
I'll see you later, Nurse Crane. Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
How painful...
So painful.
I'm
Not really.
I see.
Yes, maybe.
Why did your...
My mother...
Is your mother...
That's
Pembroke...
Stop.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may...
You are not a burden.
And you have my gratitude.
Why did you...
My mother...
I have to go now.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mrs. Gos...
It's here again.
I wonder why the Goswicks came in.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening.
So this is how it ends. Farewell, my life, you betrayed me, God.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. I'll leave you.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
I'm not some doe-eyed student, Edgar. I understand we both have something to gain from this relationship.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Do you need something?
I have just...
Then ask away.
You mentioned something about...
Certainly. I've been a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole for...
That explains your nightly wanderings about the docks and the questions you ask.
I feel it wasn't mere coincidence that led us to that part of town. There was something as yet unseen that set those chain of events in motion.
Yet you don't fear me. And still, you know the monster that lurks beneath the civilized surface.
The Brotherhood has studied your kind for centuries. We believe you are as supernatural as a lion is to a gazelle.
Since I'm...
Well, for many years, we have been the only...
Where do we stand today?
Oh, to be honest, we cope on a day-to-day basis. The first wave of...
What do you expect of me?
What we...
Since you seem...
As men of science, our first step is always to start...
The sun. The morning following my...
You will find there is very little that can kill a vampire, my friend.
Must I take a life to live?
You are a vampire. You feed, and blood is the sole sustenance that can sustain your immortal frame. And only a living creature contains the nourishment you require.
The man we...
He was a Skal, technically.
How do Skals come into...
The name means slave. The etymology may indicate that they are a lesser species of vampire. From what I know, vampires tend to despise them.
Just for clarity, What differences?
A skull is easier to eliminate, Jonathan, even if they remain formidable foes for the unprepared. Vampires... Now, vampires exist beyond the mortal realm.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar. The flower's dying. It needs water.